Today, I really want to share something with you that's been on my heart lately, and that is redefining what it means to be productive and embracing the whole less is more mentality, minimalist mindset in homemaking. Before I dive deep into my thoughts, I wanted to tell you a little bit about what I'm doing. I am preparing a few different dishes to take to our family reunion. I made homemade Rice Krispie treats, potato flake sourdough, chocolate chip cookies, which I know a lot of people are looking for a recipe for that, and I felt like they were good but not perfect, so I haven't shared the recipe for it just yet, but keep an eye out over on the blog and it will be showing up fairly soon. I'm also going to be making my recipe for pasta salad. I use Olive Garden dressing and a few other seasonings, as well as cucumbers, tomatoes, red onions. This is one of our favorite side dishes in the summer, and sometimes I just eat it as a meal. These are the things that I'm making for our family reunion. It is set up like potluck style, so everyone just brings a dish or two to share with everybody, which makes it really nice and makes it where everybody is taking a little bit of the burden of cooking something, and then we just all get together and enjoy some really yummy food and seeing people that we haven't seen since last year or maybe even longer. Let's talk about being productive. Obviously, in these videos, it seems like I'm extremely productive, and most days I do feel productive. However, this is just a very short snippet of my day. You get about 20 minutes or less of footage of what I actually get done in the day, and I usually cram pack all of the things that are interesting into the video because the rest of the day is going to look just very normal life with 3 kids that are 5 and under. In this fast-paced world that we live in, I feel like being productive is often measured by how much can we possibly squeeze into our day. I feel like we load our schedules with tasks, activities, things outside of the home, thinking that the more that we do, the more accomplished we are. But I think that true productivity, being truly productive, isn't about the quantity, the how much that you do, but the quality of what it is you're doing. Productive means taking care of your family, spending quality time together, and engaging in just meaningful tasks. There are things that have to be done, and you need clothes to wear, you need food to eat, you have to have a somewhat clean home to live in. Those things are meaningful tasks that help take care of your family. But we just fill our time with so many things that are unnecessary. I have been on this homemaking journey for about 9 years now of being married, and then about 5.5 years of having kids. And in that short amount of time, I have found that most of the valuable moments are often the most simple moments. Reading stories with my kids, or cooking meals from scratch, and sitting down to enjoy a cup of coffee in the quiet, or not even in the quiet. It might even be that I'm listening to my loud children play in the next room, but the simple fact that I get to just sit and listen to my kids enjoy playing together is such a fulfilling thing to get to be a part of. I feel like these are the moments where you are truly productive. Hey guys, I just wanted to take a break for just a minute and let you know about this app that I have been using for about 4 years now, and it is an app called Plan to Eat, and it is a meal planning app that you can have on your phone. You can use it on your computer. What I love most about using this app is keeping all of my recipes in one place, but also being able to make my grocery list so easily. Whatever meals that I might be planning for that week, you just add them to your meal plan and it will create a shopping list for you. You can delete the ones off of there of things that you already have, like salt or oil or something that you just keep on hand, but all of the rest of the stuff that you will need for all of the recipes is going to be on your list. And that way you don't start making something and then realize that you forgot a certain ingredient that you need for that recipe. It might sound like adding a bunch of recipes to an app is going to be super tedious, but it's actually just as easy as clicking a button. You go to the webpage that you like the recipe from, click the Add to My Plan to Eat button that you download to your browser, or just copy the URL and import it directly into Plan to Eat. You don't have to edit anything unless you just want to. It will already be in there for you, and it'll be so easy for you to find it next time. To be able to have all of my recipes already added and to get 20% off of your first year subscription to this app, you can use my link. It is bit.ly/LTH, which stands for Little Tennessee Home, LTH Plan to Eat. You can also scan this code or check the link in the description box below. If you want to know a whole lot more about this Plan to Eat app, I have a video that goes into great detail on how to set up an account or add recipes, and I will post the link to that video also in the description box below. While I was at the family reunion, I stopped by my sister's house and she had a few things in her garden that she let us have. One of the things was her first carrot of the season. She was really excited so that one of my boys could enjoy it, and he loves carrots, so he just looked like a little Bugs Bunny, you know, just walking around with the carrot out of his mouth, chewing on it. Anyway, we had a great time at the family reunion, and we got back home, and once everybody was kind of settled, playing, having a good time, I got busy working on cleaning out this cabinet that has been bugging me for a very, very long time. I honestly didn't have a whole lot that I needed to do right this minute, and this just felt like a good time to get this task accomplished. Talking about getting tasks accomplished, one of the most important things that we need to remember is spiritual nourishment, incorporating our Bible study and prayer into our daily routine, and not forgetting that having this type of routine is being productive. It's so hard sometimes for people to just sit still and really take in and study God's word, because we feel like we're more productive if we're up and moving around. But it is such a meaningful task that truly nourishes your soul, and you are going to bless your family by doing this. Our minds are often just so cluttered with ideas and images from social media. We're just constantly bombarded with information. Hardly ever do we have time to process our thoughts and feelings, because we're constantly just getting filled with all of these ideas. Is just constantly coming in, and just having the constant coming in of information is going to make you feel overwhelmed, sometimes even inadequate, because you think, I should be able to get all these things done, but you can't. To combat this, I try my best to limit my social media time. It's extremely hard when you are trying to run a business online, but I try to use my time wisely, getting those things done when I can, and then just putting my phone down and not worrying about it whenever I'm spending time with my family. Now, I'm not perfect at that. A lot of the times I will use time in the car going somewhere to try to answer a few questions or type in a few things, but I do feel like limiting your time on social media, reducing your screen time, will help you clear your minds and make room for what's truly important. As homemakers, we obviously want to be good stewards of our time, but It's so easy to fall into the trap of measuring our worth by how much we can pack into our day. But the real measure of success isn't how much we can get done, but it's the relationships and the joy that we bring into our home. I wish so badly that being productive wasn't defined as how much you can get done. I want to really embrace the less is more mindset of less things on my schedule, less things in my brain, less time social media. The whole thing that really got me in this thought was my counters of my kitchen were so cluttered and full of things that have just slowly built up on my counters over time, and it was driving me crazy. And I was like, I have to get this stuff cleaned up today. I feel like we clutter our minds, and that's what really got me thinking about these ideas. It's not about how much you get done, but how well you take care of your family, how well you take care of yourself. You just need to be able to slow down. And I'm speaking totally to myself when I say you. I'm speaking to myself also, because these are reminders that I need. But to cherish the small moments and let them be the measure of your productiveness and success. Another problem, I think, is people spend so much time on social media, and in that moment you feel like you're doing so much, because you're taking in all this information, but then you get off of your phone and you look around and you really haven't accomplished anything, and that's just kind of a yucky feeling. Like, I know what that feels like. You've scrolled Pinterest for an hour and you have all these great ideas, and then you're like, okay, but really I should have spent that hour just doing a quick tidy up and relaxing instead of scrolling, not getting anything done, and then being overwhelmed by all these ideas that I could do. A lot of people don't like being outside, but just spending time outdoors, enjoying nature, just going on a walk, it's a way that you can bond with your family, or if you're going by yourself, it's a great time to spend, time in prayer, or just thinking about the different things that God has done. It's those types of moments of connection and reflection that allows your mind to not be in a constant state of busy. Another thing that I really like to do that I think is a very meaningful activity is baking together, making things in the kitchen with my kids. It teaches kids valuable skills and encourages creativity and provides a sense of accomplishment. It's a lot of fun for them. Sometimes it's fun for me, sometimes not so much because they make a huge mess. But I have to kind of get over that and allow them to learn, because someone allowed me to learn. I feel like I should talk about these pans. I got these Caraway non-toxic pans. I had one set already, and then I found another set on Facebook Marketplace for like $50, and that was a really good deal to me. I've been looking into getting another set. I like to have 2 sets of pots and pans, just because what if I want to cook 2 things in big pots? I need 2 big pots. Well, I had several different sets that have lasted me since we got married, and they finally were starting to chip away, and they didn't have the non-toxic coating on the inside, and so I decided it was time to get rid of those. I didn't want that chipping off in our food, and I really have been interested in the Caraway pans for a very long time. So I felt like I need to kind of talk about why I was showing you that. Another thing that I want to make sure that I mention is the power of saying no. You don't have to feel obligated to always say yes to every invitation or every request, or even just saying no to the society's expectations for how many things you are supposed to be doing. Your kids don't have to be always in a sport or multiple sports or doing multiple activities outside of the home. Back in the day, as they say, that's all you knew. You were at home all of the time. You spent your time at home and on your farm or on your land with the people that were really close to you, and you didn't make yourself busy with extra things. You were just already busy with regular day-to-day life, not things that you were committing yourself to. Ultimately, a productive life is one where there is love and joy and peace in your home, a place where everyone feels valued, supported, and cherished, and not in a place where you feel like you have to get 500,000 things done in the day to be accomplished. Thank you so much for joining me today and listening while I talk about a few things that I had on my mind. If you enjoyed this homemaking video, please like and subscribe, and I will be making more videos like these along with videos about my potato flake starter. Thank you so much again for joining me today. See you again soon.